Wouldn't you love to live more locally? Grow your own food, get to know your neighbours, not have to drive far to work? Well, come on, let's go and meet Peter Driscoll, the co-founder of Transition Sydney. Come on, Seth.
Hello.
Hi, nice to meet you. Thank you. The Transition Town movement is an endeavour by communities all over the world to relocalise and become self-sufficient. So what is transition towning?
There's going to be pretty serious changes coming down the path, climate change and peak oil, and that communities need to get together and start working on planning on how to adapt to those rather than sit and wait for governments.
For transition groups around the world, this means localising their own food and energy production as well as water harvesting. It means doing it themselves. Why is transition towning essential in our community?
If we wait for governments to do it, it'll probably be too late, too little. If we wait for individuals to take individual action, it'll never be enough. And if we get together and work as communities, we just might do enough to avoid the worst of climate change and peak oil. If we get off this seat that we're sitting on here, I can show you yet another one.
You want me to get off?
Yeah, let's stand up.
God, all right. Whoa!
See, this is, everything should have more than one purpose. This is a worm farm in here.
Okay, so what's the first step someone can do to get involved?
If they are in Sydney, they should go to the Transition Sydney website. They'll find out where the groups are already in Sydney. And if not, they can send us an email and say, I want to start one. Our most active and biggest group is in Bondi.
Hey, before I go, if I wanted to see Bondi, who should I talk to?
Talk to Lance Lever.
Okay, well Lance, here I come. Here we are in Bondi. We're heading down this lane to the community garden.
Working on the castle, scrubbing out time.
Lance, what's your day job?
So I work as a fitness trainer.
Wow, you must be very busy. You do a lot of activities here with Transition Bondi as well. Tell me about Wednesdays.
So every Wednesday night what we do is have a local organic meal at the Chapel by the Sea, and we show a documentary and have a guest speaker. Some health professionals come and do $5 acupuncture before the meeting. We have lessons in cooking. It's essential that we get together because we're using a lot of local organic produce that's in season. So we get a lot of exciting and different vegetables and things and different types of fruit. So we need to know what to do with all of that. And it's just much more fun that way when you have a community that you can do that kind of stuff with.
Awesome, well let's go and have a look at your stuff.
Cool.
From a quiet grove, they say, where are we going? What am I to do? I wipe the dusty window.
So why does this need to come under the umbrella of transition towns?
Well, the Transition Sydney movement association offers us auspicing, and we need that to apply for grants and to deal with local governments and things like that, as well as it gives a lot of support because we get to work with other local groups and network.
Since I've been involved, I've established my own garden at home, and I feel it brings the neighbours together, it brings the community together. I think it's also great for my son because he calls it, are we going to the hippies again?
I just like gardening. I like, doing stuff. I like the people here, and it's just a nice place to be.
To get another perspective, I set off to meet Joe Forgas, Professor of Psychology at the University of New South Wales. So Joe, why is community important?
In order to understand why human beings need community, we really have to take an evolutionary biological perspective and start thinking about human beings as essentially part of the animal kingdom. The human beings are incredibly gregarious, we need each other's company and we like to cooperate. The need to be with others, the need to relate to each other, the need to be in a community is a kind of natural tendency that has been adaptive in the past and it's still with us today.
Maybe you could get involved too. Those guys were inspiring and refreshing, but not as refreshing as this. Woo!